Welcome Pisces, this is Carolyn with Intuitive Enlightenment, here to do your January general monthly reading for love or career, however it resonates with you. This is for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if this is not your story, Pisces, because this cannot resonate with every Pisces, please check your natal chart for your moon sign and rising sign or Venus sign and see what better resonates with you, okay? All right, so we're going to get started here. I'm going to go ahead and stage the cards that I'm going to be using here. All right, just to get started, I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross to kind of get an idea of what is going on with you. I'm also going to be pulling some other cards for some inspiration and also a guiding card for the major issue or major message of the reading with the reading cards here. And I'm also going to stage the extra cards that I'm going to use for advice, okay? And hopefully this is finding all my Pisces abundant, prosperous, and happy. Hopefully with a wonderful, happy season. Also with a happy New Year if this finds you watching the video at the New Year time. I want to thank you for all your subscriptions, your subscribing, your liking, and sharing of my videos. Pisces, thank you so much. And I think we're going to be getting started here. I will list all these tarot decks in the description box below, okay? All right, so here we go. I'm going to get started here. Going to use the frequency bowl to clear my energies real quick and we'll get started. All right, thank you so much, Pisces. Let's get started for your monthly of January. Find out what's going on for you for the new year. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get started. I'm going to use this card here to kind of get a main message for the spread. And this is for entertainment purposes only. I always like to throw that disclaimer out there because you never know. Some people, medical advice, legal advice. Please seek a professional if you need the professional help, okay? This is for entertainment purposes only. Again, it's for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. What is the main message? There we go. Message. There's a message. Okay, so your message is there's a message. Okay, and this is going to be put right here. This is your overall meaning or for the spread is message, Pisces. Okay, message. Let me go ahead and show it to you real quick. So your main message of the spread is message. There's a message. A message for you, a message for someone else. We're going to get some clarity on that, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put those cards away. Next, we're going to do the Celtic spread. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards. I'm trying not to be so loud with shuffling the cards. These are kind of big, so bear with me here. Thank you again for sharing, and subscribing. This is for all Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus. If this is not your story, please check your natal chart. And please like, share, and subscribe if this resonates. Let me know if this is your story. You can leave a comment, all right? And if you are looking for a personal reading, please check down in the description box below the video. If you hit the little arrow button, it'll open up to some actual explanation and descriptions. My email address would be there, and I'd be glad to set you up for a personal reading specific to your question or your situation, okay? All right, here we go. Pisces, let's cut the deck. Let's move all these tarot decks out the way. All right, and we're going to cut the deck and get started. Please give me the message for the main message for Pisces, the World card. What is crossing Pisces? What is the obstacle or crossing card? We have the Judgment card. What is below recently passing for Pisces? I have the Nine of Wands. What is recently or immediately coming in the future for Pisces? I have the card of the Ten of Wands. What is the distant past message? Okay, I have the King of Swords. What is the future message for my Pisces? I have the Two of Swords. What is the present energies in January for my Pisces friends and family? What is the present energies? I have the Page of Swords. What is the external energies, the outside influences that are going to be assisting with the present energies for Pisces in January? I do have the Eight of Cups. What is the hopes and fears for my Pisces in January, please? I have the Hermit card. And please give me the outcome for my Pisces friends and family. Pisces, outcome for January 2020. I have the Justice card. Okay. So the message that Pisces needs to hear, and we will clarify as needed, is that there is a ending, a completion, ending, a karmic cycle, life lesson that's been learned. So that means that you're bringing to an end in January of a completion of a karmic cycle, something that you learn. Now, this is a successful card, so even if the ending was a breakup or a career ending situation, it's still a lesson that you've learned, something that you needed to learn, okay? So it's coming to an end, and that it is coming to an end because judgment is calling in your favor, okay? So judgment is in your favor. That is the crossing card. It is calling you to a higher calling and higher path now. So whether this is a relationship where you're being reconciled and you're going into reconciliation, you're being called to a higher relationship that would be better serve your purposes, or if this is a career change that you ended a career and you learned what you needed to out of that 20-year career or for that time span that you were in that career, and now you're being called to a higher path. The Judgment card shows that that it is meant to be. That is the message. It is meant to be this ending. Okay. What is below you, Pisces, is that there's the Nine of Wands. You have been through everything with that karmic lesson that you had to learn in life. The Nine of Wands is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. It's basically about someone who has never given up. They haven't quit. They've taken all the way to the 9 yards. The finish line is the World card. But basically they stuck it out, okay? They did everything they could within their power to be able to learn that karmic lesson in life, to be able to implement that lesson in life and use that experience to better their good, okay? So basically, if this is you sticking it out in a relationship that was very difficult and a very karmic lesson that you had to learn in that relationship, whether this is a career that you had stayed in, even though it was a hard career, it was a very hard job to do, you stuck it out. You stuck it out to the finish line until the karmic lesson has been learned, because the immediate future card is the Ten of Wands, which is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy too. So you could be dealing with the Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, but you don't have to be. It could be just that what it means, that in the near future in January, in the immediate future in January, you're going to have that world ending, complete karmic lesson in life. Judgment is calling you to a higher path now. You've learned what you needed to learn. You stuck it out in the recent past as far as you could take it. But now the overwhelming burden can be dropped. Okay, whether this is a relationship or a career, the overwhelming burden in the immediate future in January is about to be dropped and a new beginning to be taken place. Okay, what the distant past message is that you needed to learn, which will help you in your present and your future decisions. The King of Swords. The King of Swords is a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. It's all about using facts, logic, and details in order to make decisions and not following your emotional lead. Just making sure that you're taking everything in account of factual, logical order, okay? Not following with your emotions, okay? So that's the King of Swords in your distant message that is going to help you with your present and your future decisions, okay? Your future message is that you will be making a decision in January, okay? That decision that you'll be making in January for the future is, it's going to be a hard decision to make, but it's a difficult, but it's a much needed decision. With a karmic closure and a lesson's life completed, now you have a choice as to which way you want to take it now. Which way do I want to go? They're both equally good ways to go, but you do have to make that choice, okay? So that is a decision that will have to be made, and we'll clarify that, okay? Your present energies in January has to do with the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. Okay, so with the Two of Swords and the Page of Swords, you could be dealing with the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It doesn't have to be. It could just be somebody with those energies. But it looks like here someone that you were watching or someone that was watching you in the shadows and the sidelines, basically wanting to communicate with you but not really knowing what else to say. Everything has already been said. So you're watching them or they're watching you to find out what their reactions are, what they're up to. If this is a career, then you are basically on the sidelines watching things, basically as they progress from the ending of leaving. If it's a relationship, you're watching the person that you are ending the relationship, that you've learned a karmic lesson in life. So maybe it's over. Maybe it's a relationship that just couldn't be saved, but you've learned a lot from that relationship. But you or that person is watching each other or one or the other, and basically, you know, not knowing, you know, wanting to communicate, but not really knowing what else to say, okay? It's usually called a stalker card, but it's not a bad stalker card. It's not someone that has ill will against you. It's just a person that, you know, is just concerned and wanting to check after you and make sure that you're doing okay. There's just nothing else to say, you know. The reason why I say that there's nothing more else to say, because your outside external energies with the Eight of Cups is somebody that you've walked away with, okay, walked away from. You either walked away from this person, or you walked away from this position, this career position, and now you're watching from the sidelines as everything unfolds, okay? You've said what you needed to say. The karmic ending has happened. It's deader than a doornail. The Ten of Wands, you're laying down that overwhelming burden. You're using the King of Swords, factual, logical information to make decisions here when it comes to the future, because you know that you can't use your emotions. Pisces are very emotional, so we don't want you to follow your emotional and go and get steered in the wrong way. We want you to remember your distant message of the King of Swords, using facts, logic, and you know, everything in the orderly fashion of intellectual instead of making an emotional decision, okay? So you have walked away from something in January, and you are participating on the sidelines watching, okay? Or that person's watching you, okay? Now, your hopes and fears is that you're going to be able to be either dealing with a Virgo, because we have the Hermit card in the hopes and fears position, but I believe it's more of the message of seeking a deeper wisdom. After this karmic lesson that you've been called to judgment with a higher calling, you know, judgment is in your favor. It needed to end. The World card is a successful card. It means that you're putting to end a karmic lesson, whether it was a bad career, bad relationship, or a good relationship or good career. It had to end because you have a higher path to go, okay? Either you're being reconciled somewhere else, or you have a higher path to take, okay? So you're hoping that the Hermit card with the deeper wisdom is something that you get more knowledge and more wisdom in your future, okay? And also in your outcome, it shows that you do make a good choice with the future card of the Two of Swords, because justice is in your favor. You could be dealing with a Libra, okay? But justice is in your favor. So we're going to get some clarification on that, okay? So we're going to get clarification on the World card first. Please give me, Pisces, a message for the World card. Please give me the message for the World card. Yes, so it looks like the karmic lesson or the World card of ending had to take place because there is someone coming back from the past, or a past career path, if it's a career, that is coming into play. Judgment's all about reconciliation. So it could be that you're being reconciled with someone else that is needed to be reconciled with, who is your person that is going to take you to a higher calling. So things have to end before you can have a new beginning. So it has to do with somebody from the past. It could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio you're dealing with, or somebody carrying those energies from the past, somebody that you had fond memories of. And judgment is calling you back together with this person. So that means that's why the World card is bringing you to a karmic closure, because you have to end something. You have to end a lesson in order to begin a new one. Okay. So let us get a clarifying card for the Nine of Wands, please, for the recent past. Okay, so in order for you to be able to get this permanent foundation, prosperity and stability, abundance, okay, you have taken it as far as you can in the position that you're in. With this World card coming to a completion, it means that you are being called to a higher path. You've done and you've completed as much as you can in that career relationship. So now it's coming to an end, okay? Whether it's a relationship or career, it's coming to an end, because permanency of your foundation, permanency and stability, a long-term relationship or a long-term career path is what you're being called to a higher path, and it has something to do with something from the past, a person from the past, or it has something to do with fond memories of someone from the past, or it has something to do with maybe a past career that you had dabbled in, and now the money and the prosperity and the permanency of your foundation is in somewhere else instead of where you're at now. Okay, so that had to come to an end. So the Ten of Wands, let's get a clarification for the immediate future for Pisces in January. The immediate future for Pisces in January. All right, so there's a Two of Coins. So the overwhelming burden that you were juggling in your karmic lesson that had to end, You were juggling too much. You were trying to balance too much. It could be that you were the one putting in too much in that relationship. It could have been that you were putting too much in that job field. Maybe you were the overwhelmed, burdened person that was doing most in the office or most of the work, right? So your overwhelming burden that you have gone to the finish line almost with down here in the immediate, the recent past shows that now you can put that into an end. That juggling is going to be put to an end, whether it's a juggling of a career, juggling of a relationship, you know, trying to have your personal life and your work life, or it could be that you were juggling between two people. You know, you felt the calling for a past person, and the judgment is reconciling you together with the past person, and so now the balancing act and the overwhelming burden is being put to an end, okay? Let us get a clarification for the King of Swords, please. King of Swords for the distant past message for my Pisces friends and family. All right, so a Knight of Cups. Okay, so in the distant past, you had been offered a emotional fulfillment. Could have been from a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be. It could be just anybody for carrying those energies. But you, in the distant past, needed to use logical facts and, you know, in your matters of accepting this emotional fulfillment. You in the distant past needed to use logic, facts in making that decision instead of using emotions, Pisces, to make that decision. So the distant past message wants you to remember that when an offer comes in of emotional fulfillment, no matter if it's a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, someone from the past here, someone that you're being called to a reconciliation with, remember to use facts, logic, okay? Facts, logic in order to make those decisions. Think about what it is you're trying to do and accomplish. Think about if this person has what you need. Don't just take the emotional fulfillment offer. Think about what you're doing when you take that offer, okay? It's a hard decision, but you got to do it, okay? So in the future, let's clarify the Two of Swords, please. I've got the Four of Cups. Okay, so in the future, after the karmic closure and life's lesson that you had to learn and that breakup of a relationship or, you know, that career ending, it looks like here that it's going to be a hard decision because you're not liking any of the offers from either side, okay? So, you know, whether you go this way or that way, whatever decision you make, it's still something that you're not really that joyful about the offers being given to you, but the divine judgment card, which is giving you and bringing you that reconciliation with someone from the past or the career past coming back to play, you might not feel that that is the better option, that is the higher road that judgment is giving you and the divine is giving you, but the divine knows. With the cup up here, the divine knows what you don't know, okay? So you might be feeling emotions and you know, oh, this is not exactly what I wanted. Neither one of these choices are really what I want. It's a hard decision. Could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or anybody carrying those energies. But you know, nevertheless, even though these people, I mean, these positions or this career or this opportunity with this relationship that you're being reconciled with isn't to your liking, maybe you're like, oh, I've already been there and done that. I don't think it's going to work out. Just take the time to not miss the opportunity because divine could be giving you something that you didn't know you need, okay? So be careful with that. Okay, so the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords in your present energies in January, Pisces. Could be dealing with the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Don't have to be. But you do have the King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. So in your present energies, there's going to be a opening of love, emotional fulfillment, career opportunities. Something is going to come in. You're open to it, okay? So you're using the King of Cups energy, which is your energy, okay? You're sitting on the sidelines watching, or somebody's watching you sitting on the sidelines, wanting to communicate that you're open to love. Now, who this person is that you're watching doesn't necessarily have to be the person you're leaving, okay? This sitting on the sidelines doesn't mean that you're watching the old career that you had. It just means that now that you have done that, you're sitting on the sidelines, you know, in the shadows, taking the opportunity to watch everything, and you are open to emotional fulfillment. You're open to either a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio coming in, offering love and emotional fulfillment. Someone with those energies coming in, offering you a career position. Or it could be just you, Pisces, because this is your energy here, open to a new love, to a new career path, something that's going to more emotionally fulfill you, because the outside external energies is you walking away from something that no longer emotionally fulfills you, okay? So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, you're walking away from something that no longer does it for you. I mean, you basically have learned what you needed to learn out of that relationship or that career path, and so now you're being called to a judgment, to a higher path, and now you need to make that decision to take it, and not sit on the sidelines, because the World card means that there is a karmic closure that needs to take place, okay? Let's go ahead and get a clarification for the Hermit card, please. Hermit, there we go. All right, Hermit card's got two things that are going to clarify that, okay? So you have the Four of Swords, okay? So after coming out of that completion of a karmic cycle where you're being drawn together with a reconciliation with somebody from the past or a career from the past, you're hoping in the future to be able to seek that deeper wisdom with that meditation. You're going to take a time out. You're going to reflect on what it is that you want to do for your future steps. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, Virgo energy, could be dealing with either one. But you're going to be getting over, because, you know, this karmic closure, as much as if it was a bad relationship or a bad career opportunity, or even if it was a good one, you know, separation brings anxiety, right? So the Three of Swords is pain, grief, sorrow, and it doesn't have to necessarily be a heartbreak. It's just that there's change. You know, whenever you make a change, there is going to be a separating, with separation pains, okay? So you're hoping that you're going to seek a deeper wisdom by taking the time out and meditating for your future planning and your future steps before making that decision. Because remember, you want to use the King of Swords energy, not follow with emotion, but follow with your intellect, okay? And so it has something to do with that separation pains that you're going through, okay? Now, outcome being justice means that you do find your way, and in your outcome, everything ends up in your favor. Something that, you know, either a legal matter, balancing the scales, the relationship that you come back into with the reconciliation with somebody from the past, or a career opportunity that comes back from the past. Justice is in your favor, so the scales are balanced. No more of this overwhelming juggling that you have. You're not overwhelmed and overburdened anymore. You are going to be communicated. Clarification for the Justice card. Could be dealing with a Libra, don't have to be. You got Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy too. So you will be getting communication in the outcome. It's going to come by email, text, you know, mail, travel, someone coming to see you, or you're going to see somebody, which is going to allow you to know that justice is in your favor. The scales are balanced now, and you've got equal reciprocity, and you've gotten what you've been, you know, what you put in, you're getting out, okay? And like I said, it could be dealing with a Libra, could be dealing with a career opportunity or love. Let's take a look here and get one more clarification card. Yeah, the King of Wands, okay? So whatever this outcome is going to be equaling for you. It's going to be legalities or something decided in your favor, okay? No more juggling and taking on the overwhelming burden that you did in the past relationship or career that you're leaving. Information is going to come in, whether it's travel or if it's mail or email, text message, something's going to come in, and it's going to be action, passion, energy, King of Wands energy. So it could be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. It doesn't have to be. You got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius here. It could be from any energy, okay? But basically, that is going to offer you in the outcome action, passion, and energy for a new life, for a new beginning. Whether it's a relationship or whether it's a career, that is what's going to be brought to you, okay? And it's going to be no longer one-sided, because you in the immediate future are dropping that, okay? So let's get some inspiration. I'm going to get some inspiration here for you. I'm going to use the Magic Times card here for my Pisces friends here. All right, so what inspiration can we give Pisces for January 2020 for their overall? Now, this can resonate with your career, resonate with your love, however it resonates with you. There was a message that was the main reading message, was that there was a message that you needed to hear, and I think it was about the karmic closure. Judgment is in your favor, and it's meant to be. It's a successful thing. Somebody from the past or something from the past is coming in, and embracing it is going to allow you to have that equality in the end, and some action, passion, and energy, okay? So I have that humor, okay, and I have pilgrimage. It says humor, laugh at yourself, lighten your heart, let nothing steal your happiness, okay? So even though there is an ending, even though there are separation and pains, remember that the pilgrimage, you are on a journey to your own greatness. Your soul is longing to find the way. Only you can choose your path. So don't be afraid of the pilgrimage. Don't be afraid of the new change, whether it's a relationship or career. Judgment is in your favor. Justice is in your favor. Everything is in your favor for a good outcome. So, you know, keep that in mind, and make sure that you laugh at yourself, lighten your heart, let nothing steal your happiness, because it's the little things in life that we need to appreciate while we're on that pilgrimage, while we're on that journey, okay? All right, Pisces, so that is your reading for January. I hope everything finds you well and abundant and prosperous and happy. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to leave a message down below, I would enjoy it and appreciate it. And until we read again, take care.